Question 4. How did you use media technologies in the construction and research, planning and evaluation stages? I'm going to look at 7 technologies which I feel have been crucial in allowing me to effectively create my horror film and ancillary tasks. Blogger. The first of the technologies I will look at is Blogger. Blogger is a blog publishing website developed by Pyra Labs and then purchased by Google in 2003. Blogger is the center of everything I've accomplished throughout my A2 media course, and it has allowed me to effectively display all of the research, diary entries, planning, tasks, and artifacts that I have produced. It is how our film's executive producer views all of our coursework. It allows him to make and leave comments on specific posts so that we can personally improve upon anything that's uploaded. This is a huge benefit as it allows for immediate and specific feedback. As well as being very effective and intuitive, it also allows for you to customize your blog personally, so that you can express yourself and your interests. This makes the software very comfortable to use. There's also a function on the website called Labels, and you can add these to your blog, allowing you to categorize anything that's uploaded. It's useful for finding certain objects, as a lot of posts are uploaded by us to Blogger. I also use this software for my AS blog, and it was useful all the same back then as well. I developed the ability to create a fully functioning and responsive blog as a result of using this software, which I could apply to everyday life when necessary. Adobe InDesign. Abbreviated to simply InDesign, this is the software that allowed us to create our individual magazine reviews for either Little White Lies or Empire Magazine. InDesign is a desktop publishing software created by Adobe Studios, often used to create posters, flyers, newspapers, books, and most importantly, magazines. It is a professional software which allows for incredible detail to be achieved when producing a project. You can set accurate page dimensions to 1/100th of a millimeter, which was more than enough to allow me to replicate my choice of magazine review for Little White Lies. It allows you to create rulers for guidance so that you can create equally sized columns for a magazine review. You can add pictures and edit them to fit the specific dimensions desired. There is also a preview option which you can use to view your page as if it had been printed, to check that you are pleased with your progress. This is helpful as the construction page is very overwhelming and full of guidelines and numbers. Through using this software, I gained the ability to accurately construct a page for a magazine, which would help me if I ever wanted to go into a career as a designer or publisher. Adobe Photoshop. Photoshop is another software developed by Adobe Studios. It is one of the most common Adobe softwares as it allows for similar productions to InDesign, except Photoshop is more artistic and less surgical. This is the software we used primarily in the construction of our movie posters. The best quality of Photoshop is that it allows for multiple images to be blended together and create a brand new object. I used my actor Harry, an image I took of candles in Adam's garage, and a variety of special effects unique to the software which allowed for my product to be created. You can abuse the ability to change the contrast or brightness of certain images on the same or different layers to make objects seem as though they are actually in each other's presence. I also used this software to deconstruct a photograph of the Little White Lies Reviews logo, so that I was left with no background and only the logo itself. I added this to my magazine review for authenticity purposes. Using this software gave me the skills to edit images in ways I was not capable of before. I could now change the color of someone's eyes in a photograph or put them in a type of situation, any type of situation, and make it look somewhat realistic. Microsoft PowerPoint. PowerPoint is a slideshow presentation program developed by Microsoft and first released in 1990 as part of the Microsoft Office suite. I have a soft spot in my heart for PowerPoint. It's a software that can easily and effectively allow you to carry out any research-related task which you are given. I used this software a multitude of times during the creation of my portfolio tasks, which were carried out for genre research. It is a very user-friendly software which can allow for more experienced users to add a lot of depth to their tasks. PowerPoint has been the centerpiece of allowing me to present my genre research, and without it I feel I would have not learned as much about the horror genre as I have. However, it is a software that I'm familiar with, and as far as developing new skills go, I did not learn very much, besides the ability to create custom themes using a selection of images. Google Docs. Google Docs is a word processing software provided by Google for free to anybody with a Google account. Similar to Microsoft Word, it is just a word processing software, but the largely noticeable benefit of using it compared to Word is that the documents are stored securely online, meaning that you can access them anywhere that you have an internet connection. It is also completely free if you have internet access, which makes it more appealing to me personally. It doesn't have the same depth as Word for customization, but it's perfect for doing things such as drafting scripts, writing essays, or simply making notes. Speaking of which, it's the software that I am using at this current moment to read the script for this question. Mixbook. Mixbook is a software allowing users to create photo books, slideshows, cards, calendars, or prints. I used this software for my first evaluation question to discuss and present examples of the conventions we looked at during our research period and how we applied them to our film. It allows for a unique style of presentation, not exactly like anything I've used before to present a task. I decided to embed my photo book into my blog, but you're also provided with the option to have them printed and delivered to you. Through using this software, I gained the ability to creatively present a task and combine it with a lot of writing for an effective result, explaining how I went about applying well-known conventions of horror to our film. Google Drive. Google Drive is a file storage and synchronization service created by Google. It allows for users to upload files to it and store them on the cloud so that they can be accessed from anywhere at any time. Whilst the software is not incredibly complex, it has been one of the most essential tools combined with Blogger for storing, uploading and downloading files which we use throughout our A2 horror coursework. I've used it for almost everything which I accomplished during the course. There's a feature allowing you to embed almost all types of files. This is really helpful combined with Blogger for presenting tasks and research. It also allows you to share files. In our case, we were able to share all the files with the members of our group, our executive producer, and of course, the moderator. Through using this service, I've developed the ability to easily transfer files between different storage devices, embed files into Blogger, and share my files with peers. Whilst it might seem simple or mundane, it's been so essential to my coursework that I felt like I should mention it.